Hi, today I'll be explaining the basic differences between screening as well as diagnostics tests. So, screening is something which is done in healthy individuals so that we can early find out if they are having any disease, whereas diagnostic test is done periodically by people to check if they are healthy or not, or it is done when a person is having any suspicion that he might be having a disease or is having any signs of disease. So, screening is done in healthy individuals, whereas diagnostic tests are done in case of if there is an indication for a disease or if the person is already deceased. Screening is done for groups, whereas the diagnostics are done on an individual level, and the results of screening, they are arbitrary and final, whereas diagnostic test results are changing from time to time. They are changed based on new evidence or a sum of evidences. So screening is less accurate, whereas the diagnostic tests are more accurate. Screening is basically a general test. Simply it further needs much more evaluation. Suppose a screening test is positive, then the person will be evaluated further and sent to higher centers so as to get checked. It is less expensive because it's just a basic test, whereas diagnostic tests, they are more extensive, so that's why they are also more expensive. Based on one criteria or cutoff point, you can just say yes, the person is having the disease, or no. So if that person is having a disease, then we further work out and see if that person is really having the disease or no. If that person is having, then we start him with the treatment. So this cannot be used as a basis for the treatment, whereas the diagnostic test is based on all the clinical signs and symptoms evaluation and the laboratory diagnosis. So whatever we get from it, the result, if it is in the positive case, then we can start treatment through it. The initiative for screening is by an investigator or an agency which is providing care, like a hospital is coming and checking all the blood samples if the person is having malaria. So basically here the initiative is taken by the agency or the government, right? So in this case the person has no involvement, so it's basically he doesn't even spend his own money. Whereas in the case of diagnostic test, the patient or self is going to come and see how is his health status. So it definitely depends on the person itself. So that is the basic differences between screening and diagnostic tests. Thank you.